I want to start off by saying all praises to Yahweh, Bahashim Yahweh Shai, Bahashim Rakar Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Salutation to the hopeful elect scattered throughout the four corners of this earth, pushing this word in truth and sincerity. This topic is going to be on, to be spiritual and not carnal, man. Because we got Israel always, trying to be carnal, And, even sometimes, too, some of the brothers, might fall off, a bit and try to be carnal and forget that we got to continue to remain spiritual in this truth, man. Because being spiritual in this truth, that's going to benefit us better than, trying to be, carnal minded, man. So I'm gonna jump into the scriptures right now. I'm gonna start off with this is gonna be Romans 8:6. So it says, "For to be carnal minded is death." Right? So let's look up that word, carnally. I was looking into it. So it says, "What is to be carnal minded? Pertaining to or characterized by the flesh, or the body, its passion and appetite, sensual carnal pleasures, not spiritual, merely human, temporal, worldly." And what do we learn about being this truth, man? Not to do worldly things, because not to be sucked back into this world and be a nigga, man. Everything's temporal, So to sum it all up, being carnal minded, you're being all about, pleasing the flesh, man. And why would you want to please the flesh, when the flesh is wicked, man? I gotta, let me just bring out a quick precept before I go back into that. This is going to be Galatians 5:17. It says, "For the flesh lusteth against the spirit, and the spirit against the flesh. These are contrary to one these are contrary the one to another, so that ye cannot do things ye will." That's right. The spirit and the flesh are enemies, man. They're constantly fighting each other. The spirit wants to be righteous. The spirit wants to serve Yahweh Shem Yahushai, while the flesh just wants to be wicked. The flesh just is all about pleasing the body, man. Just being non-spiritual, man. The spirit is always like, nah, man. I want to serve Yahweh Shem Yahushai. I want to give up all these abominable foods. I don't want to be a wicked nigga. I don't want to break the commandments. I want to be sincere. While the flesh is like, man, forget all that, man. I ain't trying to go out to no camp. I ain't trying to serve the Most High. Man, I'm trying to smoke and do drugs, man. So why would you want to, please the flesh, man? So let me jump back into Romans 8:6. So it says, Romans 8:6. "For to be carnally minded is death," man. So yeah, so to be carnal minded, all about pleasing the flesh, that's gonna lead you to death, man. Because you're not fearing the Most High. Like, you're not trying to be righteous and serve the Most High. So the Most High is going to deal with you accordingly. And the Most High dealing with you accordingly, you ain't going to like it, man, because the Most High could just take you out or take out somebody close to you, somebody that you love, that's dear to your heart, man. But to be spiritual minded is life and peace. That's right. So to be spiritually minded is to basically, meditate on the scriptures, man. Meditate on Yahweh Hashem and Yahweh Shai, man. Meditate on, going out in the highways and byways and pushing this word, man. Meditate on being sincere, man, just to be all spiritual. That will bring, it's gonna, where it says to be spiritual minded is life and peace, right? That life is talking about giving you the wisdom, knowledge, understanding of that, of the scriptures, man. That's that life, and peace. So even though we're going to be catching hell, the fact that the Most High is chastising us in righteousness, that brings us peace, because we know that Yahweh Hashem and Yahweh Shai is dealing with us, man. So even catching hell is still bringing us peace, because we know that the Lord is building us up spiritually, just building us up spiritually to be stronger, man. So that in itself is a blessing. That in itself is why we gotta continue to remain to be spiritual and not carnal, man. And I want to add another precept. This is going to be 1 Timothy 6 and 11. Now it says, "But thou, O man of God, flee these things." And what are these things, man, that a man of God is going to flee? Just to sum it up, just being wicked, man, being carnal. A righteous man of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh is going to flee wicked, carnal things, man. And then it goes on to say, and follow after righteousness, godliness. And what's a way, another word for godliness is to being devoted, man. Being devoted, putting Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai first, man. And how do you do that, man? This is Matthews 10 and 37. To show, godliness and its truth. It's Matthews 10:37. He that loveth father or mother more than me is not worthy of me. And he that loveth son or daughter more than me is not worthy of me. So to be godly, to be truly devoted to Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, you got to put him first, man. You're still supposed to, be respectful, and be honorable towards your parents. You still got to take care of your son and your daughters, but if your son got like a basketball game, your daughter got like a cheerleading game, and then it falls on a Saturday, which is camp, you got to say, yo, forget that. I'm going to go serve the Lord, man. I'll see my kids later, but I got to go serve the Lord. I got to put Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai before my kids, man. So it's not saying to not take care of your kids and, your mother and father. You're still supposed to love them, but you got to love Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai more. You got to put Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai first, man. You got to be devoted, man. That's how you're devoted, man. You put everything after Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. Let's get back to Timothy's. Right? So to continue, it says, "But thou, O man of God, flee these things, and follow after righteousness, godliness, and faith," man. And how do you show faith? Let's get that real quick. This is Hebrews 11 and 1. Now it says, "Faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen." And what are some of the things that we hope for, man? We hope to be the elect. That's why we call ourselves the hopeful elect, man. We hope that Yahweh Shai come back this very instant second and just destroy this wicked place, man. We just hope that we inherit the kingdom sooner than later. That's how we show faith. even though we can't physically see it. But it says, now faith is the substance of things hoped for, but the evidence of things not seen. So even though we can't physically see the kingdom, even though we can't physically see how about Shimon Yahushai, even though we can't physically see us ruling over all nations and putting Esau in slavery, we have the evidence, and that evidence is in the Bible, man. That evidence is that faith that we have, because we can't physically see it, but because of that faith, we know for a fact that Yahweh Shem Shah is dealing with the nation of Israel. That's that faith, man. We know for a fact that Yahweh Shah is the King of all kings, man. And he's going to come back, and the elect is going to rule side by side with Yahweh Shah, man. That's how we have our faith, man. We can't physically see it, but because the evidence provided in this book, the gospel, the Holy Bible, written by Yahweh Hashem Yahushai's prophets, that's the evidence, man. And that's how we show our faith. We can't physically see it, but spiritually, we know it's going to happen. We know it's there, man. So let's jump back to 1 Timothy 6 and 11, man. That's how we show faith, man. And it says, love, patience. How do we show love to Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, man? This is John 14 and 15, man. How do we show love to Yahweh Hashem Yahushua? If ye love me, keep my commandments, man. If I'm not mistaken, Salakia, there's about 613 laws, I believe, or maybe a little bit more. Now, even though we can't keep all the commandments perfectly and 100%, you got to be sincere about it. As long as you're being sincere about keeping the law, statutes, and commandments to your best of your abilities, that's how you show your love to Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, man. Keeping these laws, man. Not worshiping these pagan gods, man. Having fear for Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, man. Showing brotherly love, man. Not being a wicked nigga, man. Not partaking in these wicked ass evil holidays, man. Keep the law, statutes, and commandments, man. That's how you show your love to Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. Being patient. Being patient meaning, continuing to suffer in this truth, man. You gotta suffer. You gotta suffer for Yahweh Shah, man. Be patient. You gotta suffer. You gotta endure, man. And you gotta be meek. Meekness, man. You gotta always humble yourself, man. Don't try to come up against the apostles and elders because they might have said something. Because they might have said something according to the scriptures that you don't agree with. And so now you want to be disrespectful, or because you might know a couple breakdowns, you want to walk around with your chest all puffed out thinking you the man. Nah, you got to be meek. You got to humble yourself, man. And these are some of the things that you got to do to remain spiritual and not be carnal, man. Because being carnal is going to lead you straight to death, man. So I wanna close it out with this one, this scripture right here. This is Colossians 3:2. Set your affection on things above. And what is above, man? How about Hashem Yahushua, man? That's the only thing you're supposed to be. Love, man. Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, man. Be all about Yahweh Hashem Yahushua and just getting these scriptures, man. That's being spiritual. That's when you remain spiritual, man. And then it says, not things on earth. And why is it that you don't want to show your affection to things on earth, man? I got a precept for that. This is 2 Corinthians 4:18, man. It says, while we look not at the things which are seen. And what are some of the things that we can't see? We can't physically see Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. We can't physically see the kingdom, you know. We can't physically see ourselves ruling over all the nations. You know, that's why it says, while we look not at the things which are seen, but at the things which are not seen. Oh, Salakia. Let me do this over again. It says, while we look not at the things which are seen, so meaning we don't look at the physical things that we see in front of us. You know, some of those physical things is, you know, basically cars, women, money, your 401k, going on vacation. You know, we don't look at that. That's what it says, while we look not at the things which are seen, but at the things which are not seen. And the things which are not seen is Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, man, the kingdom, the nation of Israel ruling forever and ever and ever, you know, having Yahushai put that crown under elect's head, man, ruling side by side, man. Those are the things that we can't see, but that's what we look forward to. So it says, for the things which are seen are temporal. So everything on this earth is temporary. That's why we don't put our love and affection on things on this earth, man, because it's not going to last. It's here now. It's going to be gone real quick. But it says, but the things which are not seen are eternal. So the things that we can't physically see is going to last forever, which is the kingdom is going to last forever. Yahushua ruling is going to last forever. The nation of Israel ruling side by side with Yahushua is going to last forever, man. You know? And that's why we don't put our affection on things on earth, man. So with that, you know, I hope you Akim out there has been edified, and I hope this helped build up your spirit to know that you gotta always remain spiritual. Even though we're catching hell, be happy that you're catching hell for righteousness, though. You gotta be catching hell for righteousness, man. And be happy, because if you're catching hell for righteousness, that means Yahweh is dealing with you. You know, that means Yahweh is showing favor in you. That means Yahweh is having mercy on you. That means Yahweh is building you up spiritually, man. So remain spiritual, man. Always remain spiritual, because the moment you do, you know, the moment you do some carnal shit, could be the end of your life, man. And with that, I want to give all praises to Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, salutation to the hopeful elect, scattered throughout the four corners of this earth, pushing His word in truth and sincerity. Shalom.